So how do you get people to like your music and share your music? And it's both by social media and also by word of mouth. Okay? So it looks like most of you have Facebook, less people have YouTube, less people have Twitter. How many of you have heard of these other ones? Fanpage, Reverb Nation, Wadundo, Wabe? Okay, not so many people. So the most important places for you to be as an artist today, in today's world, is Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Facebook is so big, there are so many people on Facebook that if Facebook was a country, it would have how many millions of, like, more citizens than Kenya, more citizens than America, if Facebook was a country. So if you are on Facebook, you are able to talk to people in Kenya, in Nigeria, in South Africa, in America, France, everywhere in the world, for free. So this is why it's important, because this is how you as an artist can become famous, not only here in Kenya, but all over the world. And remember what we were telling you about, it's not just about fans, it's not just about exposure, it's also about money. So if people start listening to your music in America, on American radio, if they start requesting your song, ASCAP will collect money and they will send it to you through MCSK. If people start listening to your song in America and they find your music on iTunes, you get money from an American or from a French person. If they buy your CD online from Amazon.com, if they watch your video on YouTube and you have advertising set up on your YouTube channel, then you make money every time someone watches your music. So sometimes when you put your music out there for free, you can still make money from exposure. Sometimes it's about exposure, sometimes it's about money, sometimes the two come together. So that's why social media is important, because you can get the two together from social media. Other kinds of word of mouth marketing that Molly will talk to you a little bit later is offline marketing. That means not on the internet, face-to-face and person-to-person. And that's as important as being on social media. So Molly will tell you about that in the second half of this presentation. I'm going to tell you how to set up some of these profiles. So I've gone through some of this. Why social media? It's free. And I know a lot of artists, not only here, but all over the world, don't have money to spend on publicity. They don't have money to hire a manager and a publicist until they become famous. So before you're famous, you are your own manager, you are your own publicist. And this is how you can do that. You can do it through things like Facebook and social media. A lot of the big companies in the world use these media to do their publicity because it's so effective. Like Google, Apple, Sony Records, Virgin Records, all the big record labels here as well. All of the big record labels in Kenya have big presence on social media, right? They have thousands of Twitter followers because they know it's important. So what I want you to do, what I want you to learn today, I want you to try and do 3 things after we meet today. I want you to set up a band email address. How many of you have an email address that's just for your band? Not for you, for your band. A few, okay. So this is important because your band's identity, even if it's just you as a singer, if your name is Ruha Devanason, that's my name, but my band's name is something different, and I go to a radio station or I go to a producer and I say, listen to my music, my band's name is this, but then I give them my email address, and then 2 or 3 days later they find a piece of paper in their pocket and they see Ruha Devanason. They don't remember who that is, but they may remember your band name. So let's say, let me come up with a band name, Peace Tones. Let's say my band name is Peace Tones. If my band's name is Peace Tones, I should have an email address that is for Peace Tones only. So what I would like you to do at the end of this is go and create a Gmail account for your band. So my band name would be peacetones@gmail.com. It's easy to remember for everyone, just your band name at gmail.com. The reason I want you to use Gmail and not something else, you can use Yahoo, you can use any other platform you want, But it's easier with Gmail to connect to YouTube because Google owns Gmail and Google owns YouTube. So once you register with Gmail, you get all of these things from Google for free. You get a profile on all of these things. And notice YouTube is one of them. So as soon as I make my Peastones at Gmail account, I automatically have a Peastones YouTube channel now. So the second thing I want you to do after you get an email address is go inside your email and look for your YouTube tab. And you open up your YouTube, it's going to be empty because you don't have anything there yet, right? You just registered. What I want you to do is put up a profile picture. That's a picture of your face or your band's. If there's many of you, it should be your band's faces. And then you can put up a banner, which is a long picture like this, and that should usually be you guys performing somewhere or you out in the streets. So this picture should be clearly you and your face. Again, why? Because if I meet a producer or a radio person and I say, check out my YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/Peastones, and if they go there and they see a picture of my dog or my puppy, they're not going to remember it's me. Make sure that your face is here so they remember you. And then this one can be something fun, something exciting, something different. But always make sure your face is here or your band logo is here. So set up an email address, set up your YouTube account, and upload your first YouTube video. Now, I think many people feel intimidated or scared about making their first video because they want it to be so perfect. And they want to pay a producer to make a really good one. But let me give you a tip. If you make a YouTube video, just 30 seconds, just on your phone, just you talking about your music, maybe do a little singing, and you put it up there, you can have hundreds of YouTube videos. So your first one on your own YouTube channel doesn't need to be amazing. It just needs to tell people your story. This is who I am. This is the music I'm making. Come back to my channel to find my next song. And then once you start growing as an artist, you start getting publicity, you start getting fans, you start earning money, then you can pay someone to make a fancy video for you. Or you can go to your friend who has a video camera and say, can you make a music video for me? But don't be scared to start by putting up just a short video, maybe even 10 seconds, saying this is who I am, so that you have a presence on the internet. The next thing I want you to do is set up a Twitter account. Twitter is like SMS, it's like text messaging, but it's on the internet and it's free and it goes out to anyone, anywhere in the world. So you don't need to text. If you want to get in touch with a radio DJ, if you want to get in touch with a producer that you really like, if you want to get in touch with a TV personality you really like, with Twitter, you can almost, it's like texting that person for free. You find their Twitter handle, and on this flash drive that I give you, it will give you instructions about how to do all of this. But you search for them on Twitter, find their Twitter handle, that means their name. It has an @ sign in front of it. So my Peastones Twitter handle is @Peastones. Again, when you're going on Facebook, when you're going on Twitter, when you're going on YouTube, use your band's name, spell it the same way always so that people know how to search you, and make sure it's the same on all these different platforms. Because if someone if I meet someone on the street and I say, check me out on the internet, just look up Peastones. They should go on the internet, they should do a Google search, and my YouTube should show up, my Twitter should show up, my Facebook should show up. When they search your name, all of the things that you have put on the internet should show up so that they can go and look at what you've made. So make sure it's all the same. So Twitter is very important because, as I said, you can have a conversation with anyone. The biggest celebrity in Kenya, you can send a tweet to them for free. They may read it, they may not read it, but it's almost like you can text message your favorite celebrity. That's pretty cool. So that's why Twitter is good. And you should be on there, search for your favorite people, and follow them, your role models. Follow them, try to tweet at them, start a conversation so that you can start networking with them. Same thing as on YouTube. Twitter, you can make a profile. So again, make sure that your profile picture is your face or your logo, so that when someone comes here, they know it's you. But the background image can be something fun, can be you doing a concert. So for example, here's Peacetone's logo. Here's, in the background, is one of our artists performing. So then people can see, they know it's me, and then they know some background story about what I do, just from looking at it, looking at the profile. Before they read anything, they know it's about music. So do that for your Twitter profile too. Personalize it so they know it's you. Facebook. So far I've asked you, you have to set up an email address, set up your YouTube, set up Twitter, and then the next thing I want you to do is create a Facebook profile. That means if I'm Ruha Devanesan, I go on Facebook and I sign up as Ruha Devanesan, as my real name. And I can make a Facebook account. But then after that, once you have a Facebook account, I want you to make a Facebook band page for your band. That's separate from my name. That's Peacetones. So I sign up with Facebook as Ruha Devanesan, and then what I do, I go to Pages, and again, this is on the thumb drive, on the flash drive, the instructions. I go to Pages, and I create a new page for my band. Why do you want a separate page for your band than for you as a person? Molly is going to tell you about this later. There are many reasons where it's better to have a page that's separate for your band, and then you as a person have your own Facebook profile. So again, Ruha Devanesan is the profile, Peacetones is the band page. If you don't speak English or you're not comfortable with English, you want to speak in your own language on Facebook, there's a way to access Facebook in your own language. When you go to the website, look at the very bottom of Facebook. Kiswahili is one of the options. So you just click that, and then you can read everything on Facebook in Kiswahili, and you can write in Kiswahili. So social media is free, and it's a way to be social, to interact, or to communicate with your friends and your family and their friends for free. But there are other ways to get your music out there that involve earning money. So these ones are platforms where instead of pressing a CD, let's say 5 years ago, in order to give your music to someone, you have to make a CD. Now you can have an MP3, so you don't even need to make a CD. It can all be online. You can sell your music only online and never make a CD and still make money. So these are platforms where you can sell your MP3s online. You need to have a credit card or a bank account to use these. So I know a lot of you don't have that yet. And unfortunately, you need that to be able to do this. But there are some Kenyan platforms that are trying to use M-Pesa as a way to pay you. It's not happened yet, but just watch out and read the news about music, so that when this starts happening, you can be one of the first musicians on these platforms, right? Because people, you do it too. You listen to music on your phone, right? You download and you stream music from Safaricom or from Airtel, and that when they charge you money for downloading, that money goes again. This is like this column here. MP3 streaming on a phone is one of these things. It's one of the ways in which you can earn money as a musician. So your fan goes on their phone and they listen to an MP3 from Safaricom. Let's say they pay 2 shillings or 5 shillings per song. Some of that money will go to Safaricom, but some of that money will come all the way back to you. So just keep an eye out for when they start using M-Pesa. If they don't, think about setting up a bank account. Even if you only have 100 shillings, whatever you have, think about setting up a bank account. Not only because you want to earn money as a musician, but music, like Jeff and Michael were saying, music is not only art, it's a business. And to be a business person, you have to have a bank account so that people can send you money. And so that you can pay for stuff. Because there are some things that are only open to people who have a bank account. So think about creating a bank account. Next thing is, if you have a Facebook profile, if you have Twitter, it's important to always update that website. Because a lot of people, and I have done this too, I have created a website and then I forgot about it, I never went back, I never put anything on it, but that website is still on the internet. So if you look for my name, and you go to that website, the last thing that was posted there was in 2004. So then people think, oh, this artist is dead, or this artist failed, they're not popular anymore. So then your reputation, you get a bad reputation. So if you are on Facebook, if you are on Twitter, make sure you update it regularly. The best scenario is that you update it every day. But I know that seems like a lot, but it's like 5 minutes at the cyber cafe. Run in there, post an update, say this is what I did today, and then run out. I understand that not everyone can update every day, so try once a week. That's a reasonable time, that's a reasonable amount of updates. So every week, you give your fans new news about what you're doing. And this helps them keep track of you, it makes them interested in following you, and then it also helps them know what you're doing. So if you're performing anywhere, always say on Facebook and on Twitter, I'm performing on this day at this place, come and see me. You never know. You never know who, maybe I made a Facebook page and then I asked my friends, Jim and Lemmy, to follow my page. And then Jim went to his other friend, Daniel, and said, you should check out Peace Tones, they're so great. And then Daniel follows Peace Tones. Then I say on Peace Tones, come to my concert on Thursday at this time. And Jim and Lemmy can't make it, but their friend Daniel shows up. Some guy I've never met, I don't know who he is, I don't know where he's from, but he shows up because I told my friends, they told their friends, and that's how people start coming to your shows. That's how you make your audience bigger. So same idea. With YouTube, it's harder to post videos every day. You don't have to do that. But try once a month, a new video once a month. And you will get better and better at doing the videos if you do this once a month. Have you noticed Molly and I take photos all the time, or we have someone else taking photos for us, or we have someone taking videos. If you don't have a big fancy camera, use your phone. Most phones have a camera, so you can take a photo on your phone or take a video on your phone, record a clip of you singing on your phone, just a short clip, like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and post it. Keep posting so that your fans keep coming back for something new. So the final thing I want to say, the final section, is that on all these social media platforms, you can measure how popular you are. And why is that important? It's important because now, when you go to a radio station and you say, please play my music, they say, no, you have to pay me 5,000 shillings to play your music. Right? Because they don't know who you are, they don't care who you are, they don't want to listen to your music. But if you say to them, please play my music, I have 10,000 fans, then they think, oh, this person's going to be big. This person is big. We want to be the first people to play their song. So this is how you can use it to your advantage. Get a lot of fans and then take that information to a radio station. And now you don't need to go to a radio station and stand in the lobby and pay the secretary to take your CD to the producer. You can tweet straight to the producer. Or you can Facebook message the producer. And you can say, I have 10,000 fans on Facebook. Go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/peacetones, and look how many fans I have. Or go to my YouTube page and look how many people have listened to my music. So this is why it's important to measure.